If a client tells you they've got a Trojan, your heart sinks, right? But what if there was a kind of Trojan that actually made you happy? Because it meant that you were going to make some more money and win some new clients. And don't worry, I'm not suggesting you infect people's computers, but let's talk about why this sales Trojan is a good one, how it can boost your sales and ultimately have a powerful, positive impact on your MSP. We all know what a Trojan horse is, and we all know was it a Greek myth that gave it that name? But of course, we also know its place within cybersecurity, perhaps a term that was maybe used more in the past than it is today. But I believe you can use a sales Trojan horse. So what is this? It's where you sell something small to someone to start building a relationship with them ahead of the thing you really want to sell them, which is, of course, a managed services contract. As an example, you would sell them a low-level service first with the knowledge that you're going to over-deliver, do a great job, totally delight them, and that's going to help you to sell them a proper monthly recurring revenue managed services contract down the line, which is always the goal of everything we're trying to do here. MRR first, right? There is only MRR. Everything else is just establishing the setup of more MRR. Well, the beauty of a sales Trojan horse is that it's a lot easier to sell someone something small than it is to ask them for a 12 or 24 or 36 month contract where they are locked to you. And they might not understand technology at the level at which you do, but they do understand that if and when something goes wrong, they're screwed. Their business is completely screwed. So by selling them something small first, it gives you the opportunity to build up a level of trust with them, to build a relationship. And this actually has a term within marketing. It's called front-end, back-end marketing. So maybe you've seen one of these people online selling something, perhaps doing something like a giveaway where they ask you to pay a little bit for postage and packing. So the thing they're giving away, the book or whatever, is free. You just pay the postage and packing, or maybe you get a huge value item for $20, something like that. And what this person is really trying to get you to do is to buy something and feel satisfied with it. And then you'll go on and you'll buy something more expensive from them in the background, or what's known as the back end. So they probably don't make any money from selling you the book, but with just postage and packing, or the $20 item or whatever it is. But they will make money from selling you the $500 item in the background. And let's say 1 in 10 people goes on to buy that item. But no one would ever buy it as the first purchase. But some may buy it as the second purchase. That's the theory of sort of front end, back end. And that works very well depending on your audience and depending on what you're selling. Now, from an MSP point of view, the most obvious thing that you would sell to someone in the front end is a project. In fact, I had a thread on this in my MSP Marketing Facebook group that any MSP can join. I asked the direct question: would you sell a project just to start a relationship with a customer so that you could go on to sell them managed services? Which seemed like a very black and white answer, where people were either, yes, 100% I would do that, or they were, no, I will not do that. I only want to get recurring revenue. I don't want to sell projects. And of course, there's no right or wrong answer. You have to go with whichever is right for you. But a project is the most obvious small thing to sell people. It's not really a small thing. I mean, a project isn't cheap, is it? It could be, I don't know, a $5,000, $10,000 or pound project. The point is, it's a one-off fixed thing. They know what it is they're buying. They know when it's been completed. They know when it's been done successfully. And so that project allows you to build a relationship with this new client. And you and I both know that if you do a project, you'll uncover other things that need to be addressed. Maybe even some of those things can be fixed during some kind of managed services contract. So I think a project is the ultimate sales Trojan horse. There are smaller things that you can do, of course. One of our MSP Marketing Edge members is doing very, very well right now, selling small amounts of cybersecurity training to prospects. So he'll get talking to a prospect and he'll sell them a session for no more than about £50, which is about $70, $80. And all it is a lunchtime Zoom, almost like a lunch and learn, where he'll get the prospects team onto a Zoom and take them through about 30, 40 minutes of cybersecurity training. Really low level stuff. But it works well because he can then do a review with the decision maker after that training and talk them through some areas where they really should invest in their business. There are other things that you could sell along these lines, maybe such as selling them something like backups, a basic service like this, or even selling an audit. And I know that audits have fallen out of favor as a sales tool, but a solid audit where you're looking at someone's systems and telling them what they should improve, I still think that's possibly the ultimate sales Trojan horse, because it's low cost to them, high value for you. You get to dive into their systems to have a look and do the audit. And don't you always find something which really needs to be followed up with them, which creates an opportunity for you? So tell me, do you think this is something that you'd actually use in your MSP?
Paul Green's MSP Marketing Edge.